Like, I understand all that, but, if you can't put together like a cohesive brand strategy and you don't know how to write ad copy and you know what I mean? It's tough in the beginning. And we did
Yeah,
everything like at the beginning. We did a few like Facebook ads and stuff, but the vast majority of it was organic. And I think I would recommend putting a big chunk into advertising and like developing your following as you're opening. And now like I'm watching
yeah,
other dog daycares open and they're signing people up before they open. Like
right.
they're taking deposits and money and you know what I mean? Like and I didn't do anything like that.
Yeah, you
We
have
we
to have
developed a
some
following,
form,
but
you have
yeah.
to have it before, you have to have some form of clout or whatever, I guess you could say. But I know before I even got my first client, I already had like 300 Instagram followers. Just because I was posting and I was doing my car and my friends and family's cars for free, basically making no money, but I would make content for it. And that was always a really strong suit for me is creating content because I used to have my own like personal TikTok where I would just post stupid videos, but I knew what I was doing and I still have it. I have like 24,000 followers. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, as far as like content creation, like I know what I'm doing, you know. So that was an easy part for me. So I'm really lucky, and I'm really thankful because even though I deleted all of my old videos on TikTok because I was just stupid and like 19 years old, and now I'm embarrassed because
Yeah.
it was cringy. I still have it, and I feel like I still have it for a reason. Definitely is going to come in handy for me.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? If I had 24,000 captive audience anywhere, I mean, if I were you, I'd be using the heck out of that
Yeah,
all day, every day.
I think that I'm going to use it to start promoting the actual like coaching and digital marketing that I'm doing. So I want to give out like some free value and I want to kind of share my story and everything. But yeah, I mean it's a good base audience to have for sure. I'm super happy it's still there.
Yeah, I mean, because the people there already feel like they know you.
Exactly. Yeah. And at first I like deactivated it like back in the day. And you only have I think like 60 days to reactivate it before it just deletes. And I signed into it recently and it was still there and I was like, okay, there's a reason. Like I need to start using this again.
Absolutely. Oh, I
Yep.
just don't even know what I would do if I had 24,000 followers somewhere. Like I think we had about 600 followers on the actual day that we opened because like we had been doing stuff like we did the blocks before we actually opened. And since there was like a whole construction process going on, we would like walk through the construction and show people like, oh, this is what's going to be here and that's what's going to be there, whatever. And so that part was cool, but like we should have been signing people up. Like we should have been
Right.
like, okay, like this is the first day or whatever, like put your deposit down, buy your packages or something like that. But you live and you learn. I also wish this is something that I've learned, and I wish I would have learned this about a year ahead of when I did. There's Facebook communities for everything.
Yes.
And there's a wealth of knowledge in there, and there's people like there's a owners of dog daycare community. There's a few of them, but there's one that's really big, and it has people in it that have been in business like 20, 30, 35 years, people that are making like more than $2 million a year in sales that know what they're doing and they know how to do this. And if I would have known about that group or sought out something like that before, like, oh my gosh, I think I would have made a lot of different decisions, like while I was like building out, first of all, and then second of all, like what I invested in early on.
Yeah. The
So
Facebook groups is a big thing,
yeah.
not just
Are
for
there Facebook groups for
advertising.
mobile detailers? There's
Oh
gotta
yeah,
be.
there's a ton. There's a ton that
Yeah.
I'm in. And also on the same page with Facebook groups. I'm in a lot of the New Jersey, like different. I go by county and county, and I join those groups. And since you can't advertise, what I'll
Right.
do, and I learned this from Brian from the show. He told me that what he'll do in Facebook groups is he'll kind of post like different tips and add some type of value, and then he'll be like, by the way, check out this article that somebody did about me on E News, and he adds the link at the bottom. So he's not like promoting himself entirely. He's giving value. He's just adding to the community. But then he adds that little hook in there so that you know, okay, this guy's important. The guy that does PR, Brian Lowry.
Oh, cool. Oh my gosh, that is smart.
Yeah, so I
I'm
just
like
had a call with
subscribed to
him.
those pages. I just don't know anything about them. Like I don't know how to
Right.
use them.
The Facebook groups.
Yeah, like for my county or whatever. So if I want to post like a blog post or something in there, I can do that, but I can't say like, "Oh, come to, we're having a sale."
Yeah, so what I used to do, and I got banned from a lot of groups, is I would post like an after, and I would just be like all season mobile detailing and blah 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 New Jersey, and like they don't like
Yeah.
that. So
Yes.
you gotta figure out a way to say who you are without like selling to somebody. So that's something that I'm still trying to figure out within the Facebook groups because I don't want to get banned, but
Right.
I could just say, 3 facts about getting a ceramic coating that would be helpful for you guys or something like that, and then
Yeah.
be like, here's my Instagram if you want to see my portfolio. I do this for a living, but
Will
don't
that
say.
work without, and you not get kicked out or,
I think
told off?
as long as you don't put a price, as long as you don't put a phone number, I don't see anything wrong. People post links in groups all the time, so you're not directly promoting yourself. I'm not saying what my business name is. I'm just giving you value and I'm showing you the rest of my portfolio.
So you have to post as yourself, not as your business? Is that how it
No, post
works?
as yourself. Post as yourself. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't think if you're a business, I'm not completely sure if your business page can join a Facebook group. I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, I don't know. I think and it depends on the group.
The rules,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Because some of them, like, of course, since I'm bouncing back and forth from business coaching profile to dog daycare profile to personal profile, sometimes I'll try to go into a group from the wrong profile just on
Yeah.
accident. And it'll say like, yeah, no, you're not allowed to, like, business profiles aren't allowed here, something like that. Like, oh,
Yeah, that
sorry.
makes sense. I didn't think they were, but it's definitely that is a great strategy. So I've started implementing it. I'm gonna keep going with that, and it's also gonna be good for the marketing because I could go into auto detailer groups and I could basically be like, oh, I was on the show, like at the end, like that's the hook, like. That's the good thing about
Yeah.
do our experience is that we can now use that for literally everything.
Yeah, I wondered about that. Like, can I just go on there and say like, oh, I was on this show, check out this link?
Yeah, you could be like, just describe, I guess, like what I guess just like facts about, concerns that people have about onboarding and, how to solve them and what you do differently. And then, by the way, my business was recognized on this show, like, say I'm a trustworthy source without actually saying that and then add it. But you got to put it in
Yeah,
your
yeah,
own
yeah.
words. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look into that because since we decided not to use a franchise, like we didn't go into a franchise or anything, that can be like a path of least resistance because you have name recognition and there's national marketing campaigns that you don't have to necessarily pay for, but you get some leverage from. But we started off with our own concept. So started from, zero name recognition, zero sales, and, just have
Right.
been taking
Yeah,
it
and
from there.
it's free to post in a Facebook group, so
Right,
you
right,
might
right.
as well.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure that out. And like Facebook is my target market because it's like soccer moms and empty
Right.
nesters. It's definitely like it's not TikTok. We every once in a while we post on TikTok and I don't know. I don't think that 20-year-olds like love coming to spend $75 on a haircut for their dog. And so it ends up not ending well. It never
Yeah.
goes well whenever we
It's
post
not
on
really
TikTok.
it's probably not where your audience is hanging out.
It's not my ideal client. It like the experience is never like it doesn't work for them because
Right.
I don't think they want to spend that kind of money. Like sometimes they'll convince themselves to, but then they end up like complaining or bad reviews and it's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll leave the 20 somethings to some other dog daycare.
Or they go to PetSmart.
Well, correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
No comment, no comment.
No
Zero
comment.
comments there. Logan used to go to PetSmart before we opened for some things, and I definitely was able to learn some things about the industry and adjust accordingly. Let's just say it like that.
Right. Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, you have to see other people do it too. I mean, that's what any job or any business. My job taught me a lot, mostly about people skills and connecting with people and things like that. And then so I take what resonates and I leave what doesn't. That's it.
Well, exactly. And sometimes you learn from following a business, you learn what to do, and sometimes you also learn what not to do.
Yeah, which is great. Which is great. Yeah, because there's a lot of things that I admire about certain companies, and then I see the opportunities, and then I use that, and I think, what would I do better? And then I implement that in my business.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So, um, anything else? Can you think of anything else you want to tell people? Talk more about your coaching. How can they find you for coaching if they want to learn how to start their own mobile car detailer business?
Yeah. So the website for my marketing agency is surgemmg.com. So my company name is Surge Media Marketing Group. So it's
Is that
Surge,
SURGE, Surge?
yeah, Surge MMG for Surge Media
Okay.
Marketing Group.com. Instagram, same thing, Surge MMG, and Facebook, same thing, Surge MMG. And basically,
Okay.
our goal is to help auto detailers within my niche get higher ticket paying clients every month using attractive ad strategies. So that's my golden offer, and I'm happy to take a call with anybody. And I with every consultation call, I have a free guide that I emailed to them after the call, and it goes over three very specific tips that I've used to scale my ads. So if you book a call with me,
Okay.
you get a free 30-minute consultation your first time, and you get that free guide. So
Nice.
I have a little Calendly link on my website, on my Instagram, on my Facebook that you can book a call with me.
Okay. And then when we advertise this, we'll make sure we put the Calendly link on it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. Now when we talked the other day, like I seem to remember that you were starting to add some other services to your business, not just like detailing, but also
It was ceramic
ceramic.
coating.
Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah, so I just did one the other day. One of my buddies from my old job, he just bought a new. They refreshed the Tesla Model 3 for the
Okay.
2024. So I went with him to go pick it up. He wanted to get it ceramic coated that day. So those of you that don't know what that is, ceramic coating is basically a a ceramic protection over the entire paint in the glass of the car, and it can protect the car anywhere from 2 to 10 years, depending on which coating you get. So why people get this is so that they don't have to constantly get their car detailed. Any type of dirt, bugs, bird crap, anything like that that could produce any acid in the paint. It'll just wash right off with a hose. Like you don't even really have to wash the car. When it rains, the acid rain doesn't affect the car. The rain actually is like a eco-friendly car wash for your car. All of the water just
Ah,
beads right off, and so
oh,
that
that's
lasts.
brilliant.
The coating I did specifically for my friend, it's going to last him 3 years, and it's a lease for 3 years. So that's kind of why we did it.